What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Drew Report for Week 5. We're on location in beautiful Napa, California. Me and the wife are going out to see some wine country. Got a little bit toasty last night with all the wine. Got a little bit of a headache, but it's not too bad. We saw some San Francisco, San Jose, Sacramento, all kinds of stuff. So it's been a really good trip. Also got to see a 49ers game. I got a little memento, as you can see. They didn't do so well, but we'll get into that in a little bit. First off, we'll start with the stud of the week, which was Jay Collins, 129 points, beating Dave, who had 89 points. Bit of a kick for Dave, but 89 points not guaranteed to win, but certainly not expecting a 40-point loss. Now, first, as we all know, which I will get into in great detail later, I am undefeated, but Jay also is the leader in points scored. I'm second in points scored, but Jay's got me by about 30 points altogether, so it's not really that close. It'll be interesting to see what happens when I play Jay. But for Dave, Brady was hurt. He had to play Sam Bradford, which isn't much of a substitute. He only got him a few points. It seems like any D that Jay's playing is just going to be a huge performer. Not only the Steelers D, but the Chicago Bears D, 18 points. It's funny because Dave also got 18 points out of the Philly D, which I got to see personally, by the way. For Jay, Philip Rivers just over and over and over again scoring consistent points. This time to Malcolm Floyd. Him and Malcolm Floyd combined for like 54 points or something like that. So just amazing for Jay. It's been going really well considering he gets 15, 20 points from a defense every week. Even though he got nothing from his tight end, Michael Finley, he still scored 130 points. So good for Jay. It's a tough break, Dave, but you'll be back. Next up is this week's Kick in the Dick. And McNeil, I know you know who this is. I defeated Dave McNeil 93-91 to stay undefeated. Now let me paint a little picture for you. Right, it's Monday Night Football is coming up. McNeil's up on me by about 19 points, I think it is, and he has Vincente Shanko to go. I have Percy Harvin. Now, basically, I need Vincente Shanko to get almost nothing, and I need Percy Harvin to get at least 20 points in order for me to win. Now, the odds of that happening are just astronomical. I had accidentally left LeSean McCoy on the bench because of the stupid hotel room I mentioned that, so it was pretty much done. We all know what happened. Percy Harvin got 22 points, 2 touchdowns, 100 yards, and Vincente Shanko got like 2.5 points. What ends up happening, I beat McNeil by 1.5. So huge kick of the dick of the week. Sorry about that, McNeil, but it had to happen. Destiny's destiny, and I'm gonna go 13-0 undefeated this year. Let's see. But he did have some good stuff. Let's see. Matt Schaub did also screw him in this, only getting 4 points. I don't know what's up with that. Very inconsistent. Matt Forte, 31 points. He's going to be doing it for him all year. And Ray Rice, 28 points. So good showing overall. McNeil just wasn't enough to beat me. Let's see. Tommy Mills gets his first win of the year, beating Kevin 85-79. Jets D, 17 points. This is just the week of the defense. Actually, it's kind of the year of the defense. Defenses have been doing incredible this year. Not very many high-scoring games, lots of picks, lots of defensive touchdowns, lots of special teams touchdowns. So good for Tommy. Adam Vinatieri got him 15 points. That's just kind of shows you what the offensive struggles have been this year. All these kickers getting all these points. And what really hurt Kevin this week is he had a couple guys get absolutely nothing. So that's going to happen from time to time. But good for Tommy getting his first win. Got another upset. Danielle beat Fuji very, very convincingly, 95-71. So very good for Danielle. Danielle actually would have beaten me this week. So goes to show you anything can happen. Brett Favre had 23 points. I know that personally because a lot of those went to Percy Harvin. Thanks, McNeil. Let's see. But I was watching the game. Don't you think that that wasn't really a 23-point showing by Favre? You almost think that we should take off more points for interceptions and fumbles. He played a horrible game. Yeah, he threw 3 touchdown passes, but it didn't make up for the fact that he blew the game. So that's that. That's why Brett Favre is a good fantasy quarterback and not a good real quarterback. Nick Folk had 19 points as the kicker, which is amazing. Fuji, really what killed you is Peyton Manning having 8 points. I mean, that should never happen. It should never happen in any game. But the Colts just aren't as good this year as they were previously, but Manning is still usually pretty consistent. The dud of the week is EP beating Chris 99-58. Chris just had one of those weeks where none of your starters just do anything. He had Deshaun Jackson, nothing. Tony Gonzalez, nothing. Thomas Jones, nothing. It's just not going to happen that often, but it happened to happen this week. Sometimes that's how the cards fall. With EP, Tony Romo had a huge game. Tony Romo is either going to do it for you, he's going to give you 30 points, or he's going to give you nothing. I don't know how to explain him. Atlanta's D, another D that had a huge week. Like I said, it's just the year of the defense. So congratulations to EP. Tough luck, Chris. You're the done of the week, but you have a pretty good team. I think you'll come back. Let's see here. This week, what's coming up? My predictions here. I'm favored over Danielle significantly, as I should be because I'm awesome. But you never know. She would have beaten me this week, so you never know what's going to happen. But I don't have as many buys this week. I think I'm going to smack her around a little bit, figuratively, of course. Let's see, Jay over EP by 30 points. It's not going to be by 30 points, but the final result will still be the same. Jay will take that one. Chris is favored over Dave by like 25. I think that's because Dave has also put in Tom Brady yet, so the rankings aren't showing correctly. But that'll be a nip-or-tuck game. Both Dave and Chris really could beat anyone at any week or lose to anyone at any week. They have really good but really inconsistent teams. So I'm not even going to pick that one. I say that's a toss-up. Fuji over Tommy by 26. I don't know if it's going to be 26, but Tommy's winning streak is probably going to end. And then McNeil's favored over Kevin. I think McNeil will probably take that one in a really, really close encounter. I mean, how many times can McNeil have this kind of bad luck? He's, I think, 2-3 or 1-4, and he's one of the top point scorers, so I think he'll be back. So that's all I have for you this week. Thanks everybody for joining me. I'll be back in cold Massachusetts by the time you read this, but thanks for coming, and I'll see you next week on the Drew Report.